me offer you one third way of thinking about what meaningful work looks like. And there's Jackson Pollock. What he is in a state that psychologists called flow experience. Flow experience concept from a Hungarian American psychologist, Csikszentmihalyi. And flow experience is the idea of you're so involved in what you're doing, whatever it is, that nothing else seems to matter. Sense of past and future disappear. You are totally what athletes will call being in the zone. It might be when you're somebody who's performing heart surgery. It could be when you're climbing up a rock face. It might be when you're giving a presentation at work. Many different things can put us in a flow state. And the idea is that, well, what we really need for fulfillment is to be in that state as much as possible. And Csikszentmihalyi, the psychologist, says, well, what you need to do is set yourself tasks which are difficult and creative and challenging. Challenging enough that it really pushes you, but not so easy that you get bored, and of course not so difficult that you get anxious. Now he says that almost any job can be given more flow. You just set yourself these flow-like tasks. I think he's utopian. I think for a lot of people, if you're an IT project manager, the idea of making your tasks more interesting, creative may be impossible because you've got a horrible boss, you're in a terrible bureaucracy. You may have to find flow outside your existing job. And what I think we really need to do is work out, well, what does flow look like for me? You need to become a detective of your flow experience. And an idea to do this is what I think of as a flow diary. To spend a month, at the end of every day for a month, just write down, what were you doing when you were in a state of flow? Were you writing a very difficult report at work, or maybe it was when you were cooking dinner for 12 people on a Sunday. That's going to give you clues for what fulfilling work might look like for you. So there's some ideas for what meaningful work looks like, but what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to actually make change?